Hello guys, good afternoon or good morning, it depends. Today we're going to review file 2B from your book. These are the pages that we're going to use, plus the grammar bank and the vocabulary bank. Okay, so in this file, we're going to see the past continuous and the prepositions at, in, and on. Okay, I just want to tell you that in Schoology, we already have 2 videos for the past continuous and the prepositions, and we have exercises on this, and we have all the exercises, the reading, vocabulary bank, listening, and speaking. And we also have the workbook of file 2B. You have the reading there, that it's this, okay? Vocabulary, this exercise over here, okay? You have this on Schoology, you have this on Schoology with the vocabulary bank, you have the listening, okay? That includes this image here, and you also have this exercise on speaking, okay? But I want to move on to the to the grammar bank. That is going to be this. Past continuous tense. The past continuous we're going to use to express actions that were in progress or ongoing in the past at a certain time in the past. For example, and we cannot determine when the action started or finished. Here you have an example. But I wasn't texting, sir. I was surfing the net. If you can see, anytime we have a continuous tense, we're going to use the ing, texting, surfing. And in this case, past continuous is represented on the was or wasn't, were or weren't. So we have affirmative, negative, and the question. So we're going to use the subject, he was traveling to Venice. Was or were, traveling, the verb in ing, and a complement. He was traveling to Venice. For the negatives, we're going to use wasn't or weren't, was not, were not. He was not traveling to Venice. And for the questions, we have was or were, was he, subject, traveling to Venice? So that is the structure. Okay? Here you have some examples. Subject was were and the verb in ing. You were watching television last night. They were studying math yesterday. Okay? And the rest of them. Remember that we're going to use was with the subject I, he, and she, and it. And we're going to use where with you, we, and they. Here you have some sentences, some examples of negative sentences. Here they are not contracted, but usually we use, instead of were not, we usually use weren't. Okay, where, N apostrophe T. You were not watching television. They were not studying. I was not washing, etc. And the questions. Here you have when a question begins with the verb be. When a question begins with the verb be, in this case was or were, it's a yes-no question. Remember that we have two kinds of questions, yes-no questions and WH question or information questions. Were you watching television last night? Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Were they studying math yesterday? Yes, they were. No, they weren't. Was she reading the book when they came? Yes, she was. No, she wasn't. Okay? So we're going to use was, where, subject, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, and the verb in ing, and a complement. But we also have WH questions. Who, what, when, which, where, how, etc. All of the questions. And this is the structure. First, as the structure before, but before the verb be, before the was or where, we're going to place the WH question. What was she doing? What was she doing? She was watching television. What were they doing? They were going to school. Where were you studying when she called? When? Where were you studying when she called? I was studying in my house because where, right? So the answer is going to depend on the question. What is for thing, where is for places, when is for time, okay? Who is for people, etc. Okay? So we have this. Then back to your book. And here we have the grammar bank. And here you have all the explanation. You have the structure, affirmative, negative questions, okay? And here is a very important thing, the simple past or past continuous. So we said that the past continuous was for things that were happening, ongoing, or in the moment situations in progress at a specific moment in the past, okay? Okay, but the simple past, we're gonna use it for completed actions in the past. For example, it's not the same when I say I was working, okay, when the boss walked in. So I was doing one thing, and regularly the past tense is going to be used for an action that interrupts the thing that I was doing. Okay? I was having lunch. I was having lunch, and then my sister arrived. Okay? Usually the past tense is going to interrupt, or the past tense, interrupts the action that I was performing. Okay? So we're going to do the exercise on part A and B. In the first part, you're going to complete the sentences with a verb in the past continuous. Thank you. Now, you're going to pause the video. Van a pausar el video. You're going to pause the video and you're going to do exercise part A because I'm going to show you the answers later. Pause the video now. And here are the answers. You can pause the video to look at the answers properly. Part B, put the verbs into the simple past or past continuous, remembering that the simple past is an action that happened when the other action was taking place. Please do this exercise. Pause the video now. Here are the answers for part B. Okay? She arrived when we were having dinner. So The action that was in progress was we were having dinner. Okay? In this case, number 1, I broke my arm when I was playing soccer. The action in progress was playing. I was playing soccer when I broke my arm. Okay? So here are the answers. Back to Schoology, I just want to review here this part of the exercise 6. In speaking, you will have to answer these questions. You're going to choose 2 of these questions from 1 to 6. Okay? You're going to choose one of these. Well, you're going to choose 2 actually of these. Okay? Choose 2 questions from 1 to 6 and answer them. Record yourself. You will have 3 minutes. Prepare yourself first. So you have the questions here. You're going to choose these 2, and then you're going to go to start attempt. Okay, remember that you have only 3 minutes. Here are the questions again. You're going to click here for start recording, and you'll have 3 minutes. Okay? Then the other exercises are for you to do, and on the write the answers here. It means on the comments box. Okay? Do the exercises on your notebook. For example, in here, like the other exercises, here in the comments box, you're going to start writing a comment, and here se habilita luego el post, ¿no? Si no ponen nada, no está habilitado el post, tiene que empezar a escribir para poner algo. ¿Qué van a escribir aquí? Pues las respuestas de estas, ¿no? Van a compartir como si estuviéramos en clase. Okay, so that's it for file 2B. Remember that we already have file 2A. Now we have file 2B. And when we finish, you're going to do the vocabulary file review and the grammar file review. And then you're going to do the exercises, okay? This is an exercise on optional if you want to do it on file 1 and 2. Okay, have a great day, and I hope you do the activities.